Did you know? Retirement is not just about leaving the workforce, it's about stepping into a life of freedom, purpose, and joy. However, many retirees carry excess baggage, both physically and emotionally, that can hold them back from truly enjoying this new chapter. Whether it's clutter, outdated assets, or financial burdens, selling certain things before you retire can help you avoid regret and set yourself up for a smoother, more fulfilling journey ahead. Here are 8 things you should consider selling before you retire to simplify your life, secure your finances, and embrace the golden years with peace of mind. 1. The big house that no longer serves you. A home is more than just walls and a roof. It's the keeper of memories, a place where laughter once echoed through hallways, where holiday dinners brought generations together, and where every corner holds a piece of your story. But as you step into retirement, the space that once felt warm and full may now seem too large, too empty, and perhaps too demanding. The maintenance that once felt routine now feels exhausting. The financial costs, property taxes, utilities, repairs continue to rise, eating into the savings meant for your golden years. The question is no longer whether you can afford to keep it, but whether keeping it is truly serving your best life. Letting go of the family home isn't about erasing the past. It's about making room for a future that feels lighter and more fulfilling. Imagine waking up without the worry of fixing a leaking roof or spending weekends managing a yard you no longer use. Imagine having extra money to travel, to spoil your grandchildren, or to finally pursue the passions you set aside for decades. Downsizing isn't about giving up comfort, it's about redefining it. A smaller home, perhaps in a walkable community or near close friends and family, can offer a fresh start without the weight of unnecessary space. There's also the emotional toll of staying in a house that no longer fits your lifestyle. Many retirees feel a deep sense of loneliness in a home once filled with activity. Walking past empty bedrooms can be a daily reminder of time's passage, making it harder to embrace the present. Moving doesn't mean leaving memories behind, it means carrying them with you while creating new ones in a space that better aligns with your current needs. Selling the big house is a decision that requires courage, but it's one that often leads to an overwhelming sense of relief and possibility. It allows you to take control of your retirement years rather than being tied to a home that no longer serves you. Whether it's a cozy condo by the ocean, a charming bungalow in a quiet town, or an apartment in a vibrant city, the right home is one that supports your future rather than keeping you tethered to the past. Retirement is about freedom, and sometimes the first step toward that freedom is simply letting go. 2. The second or third car you rarely use. There was a time when owning multiple cars felt practical, even necessary. Maybe one was for commuting, another for road trips, and perhaps a third for special occasions. But as you enter retirement, the rhythm of life shifts. The daily commute is no longer a concern, and the days of juggling schedules and obligations have faded into a simpler, slower pace. Now, those extra vehicles sit in the driveway or garage, taking up space and collecting dust, serving as silent reminders of a life that has evolved. What was once a symbol of convenience may now be an unnecessary expense. Insurance, registration fees, regular maintenance, and unexpected repairs continue to drain money, resources that could be better spent on experiences that truly enrich this new chapter of life. Even a car that is rarely driven still requires upkeep, from oil changes to battery checks, and over time, the cost of maintaining something that is barely used begins to outweigh its value. And then there's the emotional side of letting go. A car can carry memories, a family road trip, the long drives to visit loved ones, or the independence it once represented. Selling it might feel like closing a chapter, but in reality, it opens the door to something greater: financial freedom, simplicity, and a more intentional way of living. Imagine how liberating it would feel to have fewer possessions to manage. With just one reliable vehicle, life becomes easier. No more juggling maintenance schedules, no more unnecessary costs, no more clutter in the garage. Instead, there's extra money to invest in the things that truly matter, whether it's travel, hobbies, or even upgrading to a safer, more comfortable car that better suits this stage of life. For some, selling a second or third car isn't just about financial or practical benefits. It's about embracing a new mindset. Retirement is about shedding what no longer serves you and making space for the things that bring joy and purpose. Maybe it means transitioning to a lifestyle where driving isn't even necessary, where walkable neighborhoods, public transportation, or ride sharing become the norm. The beauty of retirement is in the choices you get to make, letting go of unnecessary possessions so you can focus on what truly makes life rich. Letting go of an extra car isn't about giving something up. It's about gaining more of what really matters. 3. Expensive, high maintenance collectibles. There was a time when your collection was a source of pride. Whether it was fine art, rare coins, vintage furniture, classic cars, or memorabilia from a bygone era, each piece held a story, a moment of discovery, or a connection to something meaningful. You spent years curating, searching, and preserving, and at one point, these items may have brought a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. But as retirement brings a shift in priorities, what once felt valuable can now feel like a burden, both physically and emotionally. The truth about collectibles is that they demand time, space, and care. Fragile antiques need climate-controlled storage, rare artwork requires protection, and maintaining classic cars is an ongoing expense. Over time, the effort to keep these treasures in pristine condition can become overwhelming. What once felt like an investment may now feel like an obligation, and instead of enriching your life, these possessions start to weigh you down. There is also the reality that no collection lasts forever. The things we cherish may not hold the same meaning for the next generation. Family members might not share your passion, and what you see as invaluable might be met with indifference, leaving them with the difficult task of deciding what to do with it all. Selling now, while you are in control, allows you to honor the journey you took in building your collection while making thoughtful choices about its future. It gives you the chance to find buyers who will appreciate and care for these items as much as you once did. More importantly, it turns stored away objects into financial resources that can fund experiences, travel, or even help loved ones in a more meaningful way. Imagine the freedom of letting go, of reclaiming space in your home, and of using that money to create new memories instead of holding on to things that no longer serve your current life. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. The stories, the excitement of finding rare pieces, and the meaning behind each object remain with you, even after the physical items are gone. But retirement is a time for living, for simplifying, and for focusing on what truly adds value to your life. When you look around at the things you own, ask yourself, do they bring you joy, or are they simply remnants of a past that no longer aligns with your present? Selling your collectibles is not a loss. It's a decision to invest in yourself, your future, and the experiences that will make your retirement truly fulfilling. 4. Old jewelry that no one wears. Jewelry is more than just gold, silver, and gemstones. It carries stories, memories, and emotions. A wedding ring that once symbolized a lifelong promise, a necklace passed down through generations, a bracelet received as a gift from someone long gone. Each piece holds a history that is deeply personal. Over the years, these treasures may have been worn proudly, admired in the mirror, or carefully stored for special occasions. But as time moves forward, so do we. And often, the jewelry that once felt essential now sits untouched in a box, hidden away in a drawer, no longer serving its original purpose. Holding on to jewelry out of sentimentality is natural, but there is a difference between preserving meaningful pieces and letting them gather dust, unseen and unappreciated. Many people retire with collections of fine jewelry that they rarely, if ever, wear. Perhaps tastes have changed, or the occasions for wearing such elegant pieces have become fewer. Some items may even feel outdated, a reflection of a different time in life rather than who you are today. And yet, these pieces still hold value, not just in memory, but in real financial worth. Selling old jewelry is not about discarding the past. It's about transforming it into something more meaningful. Rather than allowing these valuable pieces to remain locked away, they can be sold to create new possibilities. The money could be used to take that dream vacation, support a grandchild's education, or invest in experiences that bring joy and connection. It could even allow you to redesign a cherished heirloom into something modern and wearable, breathing new life into an old piece while keeping its sentiment intact. Beyond the personal benefits, there is also the reality that jewelry markets fluctuate, and holding on to pieces indefinitely may not always be the best financial decision. Gold and gemstones retain value, but their worth can be better realized when sold at the right time. Letting go does not diminish the love or memories attached to these items. Instead, it allows you to choose what serves you best now rather than clinging to what once did. Retirement is a time to embrace change, to free yourself from the things that no longer align with your present life, and to focus on what truly brings you happiness. Jewelry, no matter how beautiful, should be worn, cherished, and enjoyed, not locked away, unseen, and unappreciated. Selling old jewelry is not about losing something, it is about gaining something greater. The ability to live fully in the moment, unburdened by possessions that no longer serve you. 5. The RV, boat, or vacation property that's hard to maintain. There was a time when the open road called to you, when the idea of packing up and taking off in your RV felt like the ultimate freedom. Maybe your boat once represented adventure, lazy afternoons on the water, or quiet fishing trips that brought you peace. Perhaps your vacation home was a retreat, a place where family gathered, where summers felt endless, and where you built memories that still bring a smile to your face. These possessions were once symbols of possibility, of experiences waiting to be had. But now they may have become something else entirely, something that demands more from you than it gives. As retirement settles in, the reality of maintaining an RV, a boat, or a second home begins to outweigh the joy they once provided. The excitement of spontaneous road trips may have faded, replaced by the hassle of repairs, upkeep, and expensive storage fees. Boats require maintenance whether they are used or not, and a vacation property doesn't take care of itself. Property taxes, insurance, utilities, and repairs continue year after year, regardless of how often you visit. What was once an escape can start to feel like an obligation, another thing to manage, another expense to consider, another responsibility that weighs on your mind. Letting go does not mean letting go of adventure. Selling an RV doesn't mean you won't see new places. And parting with a vacation home doesn't mean you won't have beautiful getaways. In fact, selling may be the very thing that allows you to experience more. Imagine the flexibility of renting different vacation homes in exciting new places rather than feeling tied to one location. Imagine the freedom of traveling without the worry of maintaining an aging RV. Imagine using the money from a boat you barely take out to fund a trip across the country, a cruise, or an experience that truly excites you. For many, the decision to sell these possessions comes with mixed emotions. After all, they were once part of a dream. But the best part of retirement is that dreams evolve. The freedom you once sought in these things can now be found elsewhere in lighter, more fulfilling ways. By selling what no longer serves you, you're not giving up adventure. You're giving yourself permission to redefine it. The road ahead is still open and the water is still waiting, and new experiences are still yours to create. The difference is that now you get to do it without the burden of things that no longer fit the life you want to live. 6. Outdated technology that takes up space. Technology has a way of sneaking up on us. One day, a brand new desktop computer, a cutting edge television, or the latest smartphone feels like a marvel of innovation. It becomes part of daily life, a tool that connects, entertains, and simplifies. But time moves fast, and before you know it, the once revolutionary device is sitting unused, replaced by something newer, smaller, faster. What remains is a collection of outdated gadgets, old laptops in drawers, tangled cords in boxes, phones from years past that no longer turn on. They take up space, gathering dust, forgotten but not quite discarded. Holding on to old technology is often unintentional. Perhaps you plan to repurpose it, pass it down, or keep it as a backup. Maybe there was hesitation. What if you need it someday? But in reality, these devices often serve no real purpose anymore. They become clutter, remnants of a digital world that has moved on. Meanwhile, they lose value with every passing year. Unlike antique furniture or rare collectibles, technology does not age gracefully. The longer it sits, the more it depreciates, until it becomes nothing more than an unusable relic of the past. Selling or donating outdated technology is not just about clearing space. It's about embracing simplicity and making way for what truly enhances your life. Retirement is a time to let go of what no longer serves you, and technology should be no exception. A home filled with outdated devices is a home weighed down by unnecessary complexity. Freeing yourself from these items creates a sense of order, making it easier to focus on the present rather than holding on to obsolete things from the past. Beyond decluttering, selling old technology can be surprisingly beneficial. Many devices, especially those in good condition, still hold market value. Selling them while they are still functional can provide extra cash, money that can be used to upgrade to more user-friendly technology that better suits your lifestyle. If selling isn't a priority, donating can be just as meaningful. Many schools, charities, and community centers welcome older devices, providing access to those who might not afford them otherwise. In this way, what no longer serves you can still serve someone else. Retirement is about streamlining life, choosing what adds value and letting go of what doesn't. Holding on to outdated technology is holding on to the past in a way that offers no benefit. By clearing away these unnecessary devices, you make space, not just physically, but mentally, for a future that is simpler, lighter, and free of clutter. The real power of technology is in its ability to connect and enhance life, and sometimes the best way to embrace that power is by letting go of what no longer works. 7. Clothing and accessories you never wear. A closet tells a story. Hanging on the racks are glimpses of the past, formal suits from a career that has now ended, dresses worn to long ago celebrations, shoes bought for occasions that never came. Tucked away in drawers are scarves, belts, handbags, and jewelry, each once carefully chosen but now barely touched. Some pieces no longer fit, some no longer suit your style, and others simply belong to a different chapter of life. And yet, they remain, taking up space, not just in your home but in your mind, as silent reminders of who you used to be. Letting go of clothing can feel personal. There is meaning attached to the things we wear, memories woven into fabric. A jacket might remind you of the confidence you once felt in an important meeting. A dress may bring back the joy of a wedding or anniversary. But there is a difference between honoring the past and holding on to it in ways that weigh you down. Retirement is a time of renewal, a chance to redefine what brings comfort and joy. A cluttered wardrobe filled with unused items does not add value to your life. It only makes it harder to see what truly matters. Imagine opening your closet and seeing only what you love and actually wear. Imagine reaching for clothes that make you feel good, that fit your lifestyle today, not the one you lived decades ago. Selling or donating what no longer serves you does not mean erasing memories. It means choosing to surround yourself with things that align with who you are now. It means making space for ease, for simplicity, for a wardrobe that reflects the freedom and comfort retirement should bring. Beyond the emotional benefits, there is a practical side to letting go. High quality clothing, designer handbags, and well kept shoes often hold significant resale value. Selling these items can provide extra cash to put toward experiences that bring real joy, travel, hobbies, or simply treating yourself in ways that truly matter. If selling is not a priority, donating to local charities or organizations can ensure that these items find a new purpose, helping those who need them more than you do. Retirement is not about clinging to what once was. It is about stepping forward with intention. Keeping a wardrobe full of unused clothing serves no one, least of all yourself. By letting go of what no longer fits your life, you make room for something greater, a sense of lightness, clarity, and the freedom to fully embrace who you are now. The best part? You won't just have a closet that feels refreshed, you'll have a life that does too. 8. Stocks or investments that no longer align with your goals. Financial security in retirement is about more than just having money. It's about having the right kind of money in the right places at the right time. Throughout your working years, you may have built a diverse portfolio, investing in stocks, real estate, businesses, or other assets with the goal of growing your wealth. Some investments may have performed well, while others have become unpredictable, outdated, or too risky for the stage of life you are now entering. What made sense in your 40s or 50s may no longer align with the realities of retirement. Holding on to investments that no longer serve you isn't just a financial misstep. It's a missed opportunity to create stability and peace of mind in your golden years. Retirement is not the time for unnecessary risk. When you were younger, you had the flexibility to wait out market downturns, take chances on high growth stocks, or hold on to assets with long term potential. But now, protecting your savings matters more than chasing big returns. Volatile investments can bring unnecessary stress, and the uncertainty of market swings can leave you feeling powerless over your financial future. Selling risky or overly complex assets allows you to shift your focus from speculation to security, from accumulation to preservation. Your money should be working for you, not keeping you up at night. Beyond market risks, some investments may simply be more trouble than they're worth. A rental property that once generated income might now feel like a burden with ongoing maintenance, taxes, and the challenges of managing tenants. A business venture that once held promise may now require too much energy or involvement. Even certain stocks or funds may no longer align with your values or long term plans. Holding on to them out of habit or nostalgia can limit your ability to make financial decisions that truly support the life you want to live now. Selling assets that no longer serve you isn't about walking away from financial success. It's about redefining it. It's about consolidating, simplifying, and reallocating your resources in ways that bring you greater stability and freedom. Whether it means shifting toward more predictable income streams, increasing your cash reserves, or investing in experiences rather than possessions, the goal is the same: to ensure that your money supports your well being rather than the other way around. Retirement is about enjoying life on your terms, free from the anxieties of uncertain investments. By letting go of what no longer aligns with your goals, you create space for what truly matters: security, peace of mind, and the ability to fully embrace this next chapter. Final thoughts: less stuff, more freedom. Retirement is not just the closing of one chapter. It is the beginning of something new, something lighter, something deeply fulfilling. It is the moment when the weight of obligation is replaced with the joy of possibility, when time is no longer measured by responsibilities but by choices: where to go, what to do, how to live. And yet, too often, people enter this stage still carrying the burdens of the past: possessions, commitments, and financial entanglements that no longer serve them. Letting go is not about losing, it is about making space for what truly matters. There is freedom in releasing what no longer adds value to your life. The house that once held laughter and growth may now feel empty, demanding more from you than it gives in return. The extra car, the collectibles, the outdated investments, all of these may have once held meaning, but now they stand in the way of a simpler, more intentional life. Retirement should not be spent maintaining things you no longer need, worrying about expenses that no longer serve a purpose, or clinging to items that represent a version of yourself that has evolved. The real treasures of this stage in life are not found in material things, but in moments, time spent with loved ones, experiences that broaden your world, the ability to wake up each morning without the weight of unnecessary obligations. By selling what no longer aligns with your life, you are not just freeing yourself from clutter. You are making room for new adventures, deeper connections, and a sense of peace that comes from knowing you are in control of your own future. Letting go requires reflection. It takes courage to part with things that once meant so much. But the true measure of a life well lived is not in what is accumulated, but in what is experienced, shared, and remembered. The most valuable things in life are not those that can be bought, stored, or insured. They are the moments of joy, the relationships that sustain us, the ability to move freely into each new day without regret. The less you hold on to, the more open you become to the life that awaits you. Retirement is not about having more, it is about needing less, and in that, finding more than you ever imagined. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.